Warning, this video has my voice, and if you can already tell you won't like my voice, please click off this video and go watch one of my memes. Have a good day. Pharah and Mercy were the first characters I got into in Overwatch. Probably because of the fact I play a lot of Soldier and Medic in Team Fortress 2. Oh, just as a disclaimer, I'm definitely not the best Mercy you'll ever see, but I know for a fact I'm not the worst. Mercy used to be one of the best healers in Overwatch. She was always picked, mainly because she had a mass res and her healing was a solid 60. But now you don't see her as much. That's because Moira is definitely a better choice. Higher rated heals, more damage. Same with Baptiste. Baptiste has that immortality thingy. You know, the Thanos field. You know what, let's just get into the abilities. The Caduceus Staff. It's the medic wannabe of most primary weapons. The Caduceus Staff is a lot like Medic's Medigun, in which the fact that it uses a beam to heal its target. That's one of the reasons why most new players would go straight to Mercy. They see how easy it is to heal. Speaking of healing, let's get on to the Caduceus Staff's primary fire. Pressing and holding left click will allow you to attach a beam to a teammate, which heals them for a nice 55 HP a second. While the beam is attached, you can look around freely as long as you don't break line of sight through a wall or you go too far from your healing target. Let's move on to her secondary fire, Damage Boost. Upon holding right click on a teammate, their damage will be boosted by 30%. For comparison, Ana's Nano Boost gives a 50% damage boost, and Orisa's Bongo gives also a 50% damage boost, while Baptiste's Amplification Matrix gives a 100% damage boost, basically doubling anything that's fired through it. Though a 30% is very understandable since Mercy can use it literally any time, so that makes it pretty powerful. And remember, that 30% is definitely nothing to scoff at. Whenever you see a Mercy using this, you don't want to get in the way of the person she's damage boosting. A little while ago, Mercy's damage boost would actually work on Hanzo's Dragon and Torb's turret. This would make it so most Mercies would opt to damage boost their Torbjorn rather than the Hanzo or maybe even the Ashe. Mercies will always get ult charge from healing and from damage boosted. Enough about Mercy's staff. Let's move on to her pistol. Is this you?
Oh no, what am I supposed to do? The enemy Sombra keeps teleporting behind and kicking my butt.
Well, then you need to press 2. Just straight up press 2 on your keyboard. You see that? That's a pistol. It's used for self-defense. Don't just look at her and wave your staff around. Shoot her. Shoot the Sombra. Do it.
Bang! Bang!
See? You defended yourself. You killed the Sombra. That's what your secondary's supposed to do. Now let's get into more detail about the Caduceus Blaster. This is a secondary weapon for Mercy. Not all heroes in Overwatch have more than one weapon, but Mercy's special like that, so it's whatever. Each little pellet that you fire out will do at least 20 damage if shot in the body, 40 if shot in the head. A lot like Soldier 76's rifle, except the fact that it's a pistol and has a slower fire rate and is a projectile. Whoa there, now don't go flying in with a pistol thinking you're invincible. Yes, it packs a decent punch, but it's meant for personal defense. The game itself even says Mercy shoots a round from her sidearm. It's best reserved for emergency personal defense. That means when your team is too busy shooting at the front line and a Sombra appears, you gotta protect yourself. Even if you die, it's better to do some kind of damage to your attacker rather than waving your staff in hopes of your team being there for you. You know, I actually really enjoy Guardian Angel. Maybe it's just a throwback to when I used a quick fix as medic to rocket jump with a soldier. I just like mobility, I don't like dying. And with this ability, you sure as hell won't be dying. Unless you Guardian Angel right into the enemy team. Now, Guardian Angel can do more than just fly to your teammate. It can let you go farther than your teammate, and it can even let you gain more height, which is called a super jump. But that's basically a whole other section of Mercy, which I won't be talking about in this video. But this doesn't mean you can't use it to escape. As long as you have a teammate within sight, you can escape to them. Of course, saying as the Genji or Winston doesn't kill you first. This ability. This goddamn ability. I love it. I love it so much. I hate it, but I love it. It's what makes Mercy, Mercy. Rezzing people from the frickin' dead. You know, people call that overpowered, but it's actually kind of balanced, speaking as most of the time when you res them, they die instantly. Anyway, when you press E on a dead teammate's corpse, you will begin to res them. It takes around 2 seconds to res them. I don't know the exact time off the top of my head. But while this is happening, your movement speed is reduced to almost nothing. You can still look around, but you can't move at all. The best way I've learned to res a teammate is when it's either behind a wall or behind a shield. Those are the safest times to ever res a teammate. But if you're like me and feeling risky, you can go in and super jump and get the res. It doesn't always work. It barely works. No, it never works, but it's fun to do. Your res has a fairly long cooldown of 30 seconds, making it the longest in the game. So choose carefully who you res. Remember when I said it takes a while to res a teammate? Yeah, during that 2 seconds or so, Overwatch's greatest flaws can hurt you. First, starting with being booped away from the res, being killed, or even worse, being stunned. Either way, if you die, get stunned, or booped while you're trying to res someone, your res will go on cooldown and it will cancel the res. Learning this ability isn't the hard part. Mastering it is. Now, I'm combining these two abilities into one section because, to me, they're both passives. I'm going to start with her real passive, Regen. Regen is just as what you think it is. After a second of not taking damage, Mercy will heal for 20 HP a second. This is the second reason why Mercy can live so long. This, combined with her Guardian Angel ability, makes her very survivable. On to her second, air quotes, passive, air quotes, is Angelic Descent. Angelic Descent is that little floaty thing Mercies can do. When they fly up to a Pharah and hold space, you float there for a little bit. Or, when you get booped off a cliff, you hold space hoping and praying that a teammate will come to the edge to save you. You will spam, I need help, group up, I need healing, but none will ever come to help you. Let's move on to our final topic. At last, we arrive here at Mercy's ultimate, Valkyrie. The second you press that Q button, your wings will expand and you'll be able to fly for the next 15 seconds. Not only can you fly, but you can shoot infinitely with no need to reload. But wait, there's more. Mercy's ultimate allows her to heal multiple targets at once, and it increases her healing from 55 to 60 HP a second. Your healing or damage boost tether will now connect to anyone in a radius. As long as you're healing one person, that tether will connect to the whole group within range. Not only can you fly, but Mercy, when she's resing, can move around a little more, rather than just being stuck to a snail's pace. It's very useful, but try not to lose the res while you're flying. It's easier than you think. At the end of the 15 seconds, you'll just fall back to the ground, losing any abilities you had, which made Mercy fun. Just kidding, Mercy's fun by herself. In all seriousness, her ultimate is wicked fun to use and very useful. In the end, I still feel like Mercy can be used effectively to this day. It always depends on the skill of the healer and their awareness. And the Mercy can be the biggest burden of your team, or be the biggest burden of the enemy team. And whatever you do, please, 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 don't blame your Mercy when you die. Most of the time, the Mercy is trying her best. No, don't even blame your healers. Most of the time, they are trying their best. Yes, there are bad healers out there, but no, do not always blame them. Thank you. As a little side note, not all Mercy mains are girls. I would be embarrassed to tell you how many times people have flirted with me thinking I was a girl because they looked at my profile. Alright, goodbye. Hi, it's me again. You probably don't want to hear my voice anymore, and I don't blame you. But I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end. It means a lot, even though I probably don't know if you watched all the way to the end or not. This kind of stuff is new for me, but I want to help people, so I'm going to start doing this. If there are any suggestions, let me know, and I'm a little nervous about my voice, so another reason I'm doing this is to regain confidence in myself. And I don't really have much of that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to keep practicing and always improve yourself. Thank you, and goodbye.